Hello, this is Dave Peterson with TC Life Safety with another Ask Dave video. This is the second Ask Dave video on the Urmet product. Remember, the Urmet product is the video doorbell system that we're selling. And it's the first one after the tech tip video that we did that's going to be released at the end of July, beginning of August for all you techie types. Anyway, this has to do with the call forwarding device, which is what you see on your screen right now. And the call forwarding device is the device that allows you to connect a cell phone to your video doorbell system. So if somebody comes to your door and rings the bell and you're not home, you can still see them, talk to them, and take a picture of them if you feel like you need to. So I'm going to go through the setup of the device as well as the application on the phone. So here we go. First of all, you'll see the device itself. It's got a red light flashing. That red light means I'm not configured and I'm in programming mode. So those of you that'll watch the tech tip video, you'll have seen that I talked about the diagnostic capability of this LED. And that a flashing red light means it's in programming mode. So to program it, what we need to do is we need to be able to connect this device to our Wi-Fi here in the office. And once it's connected to the Wi-Fi, it has to have the login and password to connect to the Urmet server, so that when our when the doorbell gets activated, it'll call out and say, hey, what phone numbers do I call? And the Urmet server will actually make the connection to the cell phones, and that's kind of how it all works. So let's get to it. I have my cell phone here, and what we're going to do is, hopefully you'll be able to follow me along here. We'll go to the Play Store, and I've already got Urmet Call Me on in the Play Store application. So I'm going to install this on my cell phone. It asks for certain permissions for photos and cameras and microphones, which is, pretty standard for what this thing needs to do. So we'll let it load. And I don't know, we could talk about baseball while we're waiting, but should be really quick. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open this. There's the Call Me app. We'll go to Settings and Create or Set an Account. Now, I've already got an account at Urmet, so I'm going to log into my Urmet account. Set existing account rather than creating a new one. And I'll put in my username and password here. Bear with me for a sec. If this was a new account you were putting in, rather than doing the setup, you'd hit New Account and you'd create your own login and password. And if I did everything right, we should be able to log in here. There you go, login and process. So now I'm actually in the app. So I want to go to Settings, and I want to go to Configure Device. This is the device they're talking about. So it says make sure the device is switched on and the red LED is blinking. And if the red LED is not blinking, you just stick a toothpick or a paper clip in there and hold the reset button between 2 and 8 seconds and switches the device back on. But if it's unconfigured out of the box and you put power to it, this is what you're going to get, is that flashing red. So we'll continue. Now it's going to ask us to connect to the smartphone tablet, a Wi-Fi network of this device. So you're actually going to go into your phone, going into Settings, right? Go to Wi-Fi, which is right now on TC Life Safety Marlboro. And you're going to look for Urmet Call Me, which is right here. And if you remember, it said, the device Urmet Call Me FW xxxx, and then use the password xxxs-xxxxx. So, come on, cooperate with me. So we'll go back to here. We'll click on this. And it's, you see where it says -43A8? Well, that's the password we're going to use, is 43A8-43A8. So I'll 43A8-43A8. Show password, just so you can see what I did there. Hello. There we go. All right. And we're going to connect. And it's connected. It says connect no internet because we're just dealing with this little device here. So you can go back here, go back to the Urmet tablet programming, hit continue. And if we're lucky, it'll load. Device is absent. Okay. Your phone may say, hey, there's no internet there. Do you want to stay connected to it? And you have to say yes. Once you do that, you should be able to go in and give it a device name. You put your address, you can put home, you can put whatever you want in there. I just put TC Life Safety. Continue. Wi-Fi default. Now it's going to ask me for a Wi-Fi that this unit is going to talk to. So I'm going to put it to TC Life Safety Marlboro, and I'm going to type in my password for this. And continue. When do I want to switch off the Wi-Fi connection? I don't. You may, but you really don't have to. So we'll just continue. IP routing options, I leave it at default. And I always pick the medium speed, so it doesn't need too much bandwidth, but it's not real slow. And save. Configuration has been successfully stored to the device. Okay, now you want to take your phone and go back to settings. And we'll go back to TC Life Safety Marlboro, which kind of puts us back into normal life here. And you'll see that in the Urmet app, there's a green light and the chain is connected. That means this phone is now connected to the server at Urmet. I can shut this down, and it's going to stay active until I actually go in and turn it off. And we got a nice bright shiny green light. So you guys sit right there. I'm going to go create an avalanche and push the button. Okay, there we go. Now I should be able to turn the sound down. Hopefully that'll keep it from feeding back on us. And you can see I'm waving my arm and the image is waving from the micro that's on the side wall there. I could buzz people in by opening the door. I can open the gate. I can mute it so that they can't hear me talk. You know, hey, Junior, do you want so-and-so is here? Do you want to let him in kind of deal? So we're pretty good at being able to control and see exactly what's going on at your house, no matter where you're at. As long as you got cell phone coverage, you're connected. I'm going to terminate this now. All right. Well, that's the simplicity of it. If you had multiple phones, multiple cell phones, you could click on internet. Intercom, and communicate with other cell phones in your little Urmet network. So if the husband and the wife both have cell phones, they both want to know what's going on. They're both going to be on the network. You can actually communicate through the Urmet app if you don't feel like just calling them on the phone. Anyway. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. Like I said, you're programming this to your local Wi-Fi so that it'll communicate to the Urmet server. You're programming in your login to your Urmet account so that it's talking to your account. By programming this phone with the app to your Urmet account, this now knows that this phone number is on the network. So now when somebody rings your doorbell, this is going to call your cell phone every time. Very simple. That one option that we saw when I was doing the downloading where it says you want to turn the Wi-Fi off, if you're home from 6 o'clock at night until 8 o'clock in the morning, you can turn your Wi-Fi off on this unit from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. That way it won't call your cell phone if somebody rings the doorbell and you're actually home. If that's like a normal, like most of us work for a living. So anyway, that's the Urmet Call Me app and the call forwarding device. If you have any questions, give us a call at 800-837-8175. Check it out on the internet, www.tclifesafety.com. Check out the tech tip videos if you're wondering about wiring these things. Check out the other Ask Dave video where I describe the various types of kits that we're supplying. And you'll have the whole thing soup to nuts. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and have a life safety day.